Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. Today we're going to be flowing through a creative Vinyasa flow, working on some maybe challenging balance sequences. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you are ready, you can meet me on the mat. Feel free to grab your blocks if you would like to use them as a tool. But yeah, we don't really need any props. So whenever you're ready, you can just get started. We're going to make our way into tabletop. So just bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, and let's tuck the toes and just let the head hang down. Close the eyes and find grounding, feeling the finger pads pressing into the mat, and maybe shifting your weight. So without really moving it forcefully, just allowing the weight to shift from one knee to the other, from one hand to the other, and noticing how your body reacts to keep you stable. So when your weight shifts to the right, you're pressing down through the right finger pads a little bit more. Maybe the right glute engages. Just becoming aware of all these little subtle adjustments that your body is making. And then try to come into stillness, finding equal weight in the knees and hands in the right and left side. As you breathe in, let's drop the belly, pull the chest open. Exhale, round the spine. Maybe come onto your fingertips. And drop the palms of the hands, pull your chest open, inhale. Exhale, round your spine, push the mat away, maybe come onto your fingertips. One more, breathe in. Exhale, round. Onto the fingertips, hold for 3. Tuck the tailbone a little more, 2. And 1, release. Cross your shins, let's sit at the back of the mat in a cross-legged seat. Reach the arms above the head, inhale. Exhale, side bend to the right. Bend your left elbow, left hand to the back of the head, inhale here. Exhale, touch your left elbow to your right knee for 3. Inhale, open. Exhale, touch for 2. Inhale. And 1. Left arm reaches up. Let's circle the left arm forward, followed by the right. Side bend to the left. Right arm reaches over right ear. Bend your right elbow, inhale. Exhale, right elbow to left knee for 3. Inhale, open. 2. 1. Inhale, open, reach your right arm up, and then bring both fingertips forward. Release the forehead down towards the mat. Hold here, feeling the stretch in your outer glutes. And then let's ripple our way forward into puppy pose, bringing the big toes to touch. Hold here. And squeezing navel in, trying to press your chest down towards the floor. From here, make your way into Sphinx pose, rounding your spine and then peeling the chest open. Inhale. Exhale to release. Hands underneath the shoulders. Let's cross the opposite ankle on top. Make your way back to a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let's interlace the hands at the lower back this time. Open up the heart. And then as you breathe out, chin into chest. And let's bring the crown of the head down towards the floor. Arms go as far as they can away from your back. As you breathe in, lift the chest. Reach your arms forward. And then let's once again roll over into tabletop this time. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. You can circle out your right wrist in one direction and into the other. And then let's thread the needle for 3. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, thread for 2. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, thread for 1. Drop your right shoulder, right side of the head. Left arm reaches forward. Extend your left leg back. Either stay here or let's add a little bit of a balance element. So maybe lifting your left arm and your left leg, maybe bending your left knee and catching your left foot with your left hand. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Extend your left leg behind you. Left arm reaches forward. And then inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Push off your right shoulder. Lift your whole upper body and side bend over the left leg. As you breathe out, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Pick up your right knee. And then let's peel open Wild Thing. Exhale, drop the hips down to the floor. Inhale, lift the hips. Again, exhale, drop the hips. Inhale, lift. One more, exhale, release. Inhale, lift, pivot into high plank. 1 push-up, lower halfway. Press up. And then come back to tabletop. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Let's circle out the left ankle, left wrist, in one direction and the other. And then breathing out, thread the needle for 3. Inhale, open. 2. And 1. Release your left shoulder, left side of the head. Right arm reaches forward. Extend your right leg back. Either stay there or add a little bit of a balance element, maybe lifting your right arm, right leg, maybe bending the right knee, catching your right foot. And then slowly release. Extend your right leg back, right arm forward. Inhale, push off your left shoulder, side bend towards the back of the mat, over your right leg. Exhale, let's cartwheel the hands back down. Tuck the right toes, pick up your left knee. Peel open, Wild Thing. Exhale, lower the hips for 3. Inhale, lift. 2. And 1. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, high plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Let's cactus the arms. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Reach your arms back, lift the legs. Hold for 3. 2, think of length. And 1, release, hands underneath the shoulders. Downward facing dog, make your way back and up. And let's pedal out the feet. Now we're going to lift the right leg up high. Bend the right knee, open up the hip, and just try to look for your left foot. So over your left shoulder, lift your gaze, look for your left foot. So we're stretching out the eyes, mapping out where the body is in space. Hold. And release. We switch sides. Lift your left leg, bend the left knee, open up the hip, and then lift your gaze, try to look for your right foot. And slowly release. Now let's stay in our downward facing dog. Right hand holds the right ankle. See if you can lift your left leg in the air. Hold here. For 3. Really strong through that left arm, spreading all 5 fingertips of the left hand. 2. And 1. Release your left leg, switch sides, bring your right hand down. Left hand holds the left leg. Find your point of focus. Keep your core really engaged and lift the right leg. So when I say core engaged, means squeeze navel in, squeeze the ribs in. Try to keep the energy flowing all the way through the right foot. Exhale, release, down dog. High plank inhale. 1 push-up. Your vinyasa. Deep breath in and out. Let's take tiny little steps all the way up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Let's roll up to high mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Right knee into the chest. Let's take single-legged squats. So go as far as you can and then back up. 2 more. Lower and lift. Last one and lift. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Unconventional. Inhale. As you breathe out, pyramid pose, airplane wings. So maybe stepping that right foot a little closer, reaching the arms back and up. As you exhale, bent leg, warrior 3. Keep that left leg bent as much as you can. Squeeze the right glute, keep kicking through the right leg. And then double bent-legged lunge, bring the hands to the back of the head. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, frame your left foot, step back, high plank. 1 push-up, your vinyasa. And deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Tiny little steps take you all the way up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Left knee into the chest, breathe in. Let's take 3 little squats for 3, 2, 1. Left foot steps to the back of the mat as far as you can. Drop your left knee, Anjaneyasana, inhale. As you breathe out, pyramid pose, airplane wings, trying not to touch the floor with your hand. And then hands to the heart space, bent leg, warrior 3. Step back, double bent-legged lunge, hands to the back of the head. Inhale, reach. Exhale, frame your right foot. Step back, high plank. 1 push-up. Your vinyasa. Let's come high on the toes, breathe in. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump, active squat. Hold. As you breathe out, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands. Step or jump back, your vinyasa. Tiny little steps take you all the way up to the top of the mat. Nice and controlled, maybe trying to keep your legs straight. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Roll up to high mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart space. 1 more time, we're just going to change the ending of that little sequence. Right knee into the chest. 3 single-legged squats for 3, 2, 1. Step your right foot way back. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose, airplane wings. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend like warrior 3. We pause here. Keep your hands at the heart space. See if you can straighten your left leg and open into like a half moon, but hands stay at the heart space. And then re-bend the left knee, bent like warrior 3. 2 more times, nice and slowly. Inhale, open. Exhale, bend. Inhale, open, half moon. Let's open up the arms. Hold. Maybe bend your right knee if it's not too early. See if you can catch your right foot. And then release. Step back, reverse triangle. Trikonasana, let's bring both arms parallel to the floor. Reach through left fingertips And then open up the arms. Maybe peace fingers wrap around the big toe of the left foot. Now let's rebend the left knee. Side angle pose, both arms reach alongside your ears. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse triangle, inhale. Flex your left toes, circle your left hand all the way down. Prasarita, right arm reaches up to the sky. Now we're going to bend that right knee deeply. Bring the right hand on the inside of the right foot and send the hips back. So thinking of Skandasana, but the chest is leaning forward. Hips are pulling back and the left foot is flat on the mat. As you breathe in, lift the chest, pivot to face the back of the mat. Left hand is underneath your left shoulder, right arm reaches up. Let's come into side plank. Right knee pulls into the right shoulder. Step your right foot behind you, wild thing. And then high plank to your vinyasa. Let's take little steps or a step or jump to the top of the mat, landing in halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Left knee into the chest. 3 single-legged squats. Go as low as you feel comfortable for 3, 2, 1. Step your left foot way back. Anjaneyasana, reach the arms up. Exhale, pyramid pose, airplane wings. Breathe in, find an opening. Exhale, bend the right knee, hands to the heart space, bent leg warrior 3. And then we start to straighten the right leg and open up that left shoulder. Maybe the gaze follows, maybe the gaze looks down. It's a very difficult place to balance. So inhale, open slowly. Exhale, close. Rebending that right knee each time. Inhale, straighten right leg open. Half moon, we open up the arms. Stay there or bend your left knee if that feels good. I realize it might be way too early in the practice for some of you, so don't feel pressured. Let's open up, half moon. Step back, reverse triangle. Inhale. Exhale, arms come parallel to the floor, Trikonasana. Let's reach through right fingertips. And then open. Right hand can come on your right shin or peace fingers around the right big toe. Just keep really squeezing this right thigh. For 3, 2, 1. Rebend your right knee, side angle pose. Both arms reach alongside your ears. And try to peel that left shoulder open. For 3, hold it. For 2, and 1. Star pose, flex your right toes. Circle your right hand all the way down, Prasarita. Left arm reaches up. As you breathe out, we're going to bend into that left knee deeply. Send the hips back and chest forward. As if you're trying to bring your left elbow underneath your left thigh. In my case, my left thigh is even resting on my left elbow. Lift the chest. Let's pivot towards the top of the mat. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. Left arm reaches up. Side plank. Let's pull that left knee into the left shoulder. Hold there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release, wild thing. High plank, inhale. Your vinyasa. At your own pace. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. Come high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward. We're stepping or floating to active squat. Feet land outside the hands. Inhale. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands. Step or jump back. your vinyasa. Breathe in and out. We'll take 2 more like that. Come high on the toes. Bend the knees, step or float. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back. Your vinyasa. Last one, we'll add a crow pose. Inhale, come high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump. Active squat, hold it. Bring your hands down to the mat, crow pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to active squat, inhale. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back. Your vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let's come down to child's pose for just a moment. Arms can stay out in front of you, or you can bring your hands beside your feet. Just 5 breaths here. If you're reaching your arms forward, maybe playing around with moving your whole weight side to side, if that feels okay in your knees and your hips. Or just staying still. And if you have headstand in your practice, or you're working on pincha, you can go ahead, maybe holding dolphin, pincha, or headstand to your home practice. We'll stay there for 5. And then very slowly make your way down. And we'll eventually come into our vinyasa. So you can slide your way forward into upward facing dog and then downward facing dog as you breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Right leg rises, inhale. Let's bring the right knee to the left elbow. Extend your right leg out, fallen star, breathe in. Exhale, bring your left hand back down. 3-legged dog, inhale. Bend the right knee, open up the hip, wild thing. Let's step the right foot to the top of the mat. Warrior 1, ground your left heel, inhale. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Prepare for humble warrior. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, fold forward for 3. Now let's just lift the chest halfway. Start to move forward, bring your weight into your right foot. Think of warrior 3, and then half moon with the bind. And we hold. And then slowly you can release the bind, half moon. Step back, reverse warrior. Side angle pose, right fingertips find the floor. Inhale, back to reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame your right foot. Step back, high plank. Your vinyasa. Left leg rises. Left knee to right elbow. Fallen star, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down into wild thing, so you can keep your left leg bent as you transition. And then let's step the left foot to the top of the mat. Coming into warrior one, so ground your right heel, reach the arms up. Interlace your hands at your lower back, open up the heart, humble warrior, fold forward. If you need to readjust the position of that right foot, maybe taking a little step to the right, you can. Now breathe in, lift your chest halfway, start to transition your weight into your left foot, and then we're gonna try to peel the right hip and right shoulder open, half moon with the bind. This is a really tricky balance, so if you're falling out, don't worry. It's happened to me 1,000 times. Let's slowly release the bind into half moon, and then step back, reverse warrior. Side angle pose. Back to reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down, frame your left foot, step back, high plank, your vinyasa. Let's come high on the toes, inhale. Bend the knees, step or float, maybe handstand to the top of the mat. Active squat. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, maybe crow pose before you jump back into your vinyasa. Right leg rises, inhale. Right knee to left elbow, exhale. Fallen star. Now let's bring the left hand down, take a push-up. So lift your left heel, either hold it here or one push-up. Inhale, three-legged dog into wild thing. Right foot steps to the top of the mat. Warrior one, inhale. Interlace the hands at your lower back, open up the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. One full breath. Inhale, lift the chest. Think of warrior three, and then half moon. Slowly. Good, let's keep the bind. Step back, warrior two. Reverse warrior, release the bind. Right fingertips find the floor, side angle pose. Now let's see if we can bind around our right thigh. Good. See if you can bend that, straighten that right leg, Trikonasana with the bind. And again, really strong left glute. So we're squeezing the left glute, trying to peel the left shoulder and left hip open. Now let's re-bend that right leg. We're gonna try to find half moon with this bind, much harder. So let's step that left foot a bit closer, find a point of focus, and then see if you can balance, lifting that left leg up. Doesn't have to go very high, and if you fall out like me, you can just release the bind. You might wanna keep your right leg very bent. If you feel very comfortable, you can straighten it into more of a half split. And then we step back. Let's drop the left knee down. So if you still have this bind, great. If not, don't worry. We'll sit behind the left leg and just try to straighten that right leg once you're seated. Hold for 3, open up the chest, 2, and 1, release. Keep your right leg over your right arm. We're just gonna squeeze it as tightly as possible. So it's all about the squeeze. Straighten your left leg, bring both of your hands down on the mat. This won't work if you're not squeezing. Lean forward so that you can bend your elbows, shoulders come down. And then we're gonna push into the mat and lift either just the hips or hips and left foot. So we push and lift, or we also lift the left foot. And hold. Squeeze as hard as you can with your right leg. The harder you squeeze, the easier. For 3. Keep rounding your spine. 2. And 1. Release. Cross your legs. And let's fold over, relaxing the head down. And roll over your legs. Let's come into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, last time on the left side, left leg rises. Left knee to right elbow, fallen star. Right arm reaches up. Now as you bring the right hand down, lift your right heel. Either stay there or one push-up. And then we come into wild thing. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Warrior one. Interlace the hands at your lower back. Open up the chest. Let's fold forward. Humble warrior. Inhale, lift the chest. Shift your weight into your left foot. Half moon with the bind. See if you can keep the bind this time. Step back, warrior two. Oopsie. Release the bind, reverse warrior. Side angle pose, left fingertips find the floor. And now let's wrap the arms around your left leg. You can stay here this whole time. Maybe straighten your left leg for Trikonasana with the bind. Hold. And then let's move forward, finding balance in that left foot, finding a point of focus. Slowly lifting that right leg. Oops. And again, we're all losing balance here, so don't worry. Just try again. Ooh. Let's try one more time. Nice and easy. And then slowly step back. All right, let's keep that bind. Bring the right knee down. Untuck the right toes, sit behind your right leg. We're almost done with this bind. Let's straighten the left leg. Squeeze your left thigh for 3, 2, 1. And release. Left leg stays over the left arm. Straighten your right leg out in front of you. Try to bring your left knee as high as possible on your left arm. And then we're going to point the toes and squeeze heel to butt as hard as you can. The harder you squeeze, the easier it will make everything. Point your right toes, lean forward, and let's lift for 5. Squeeze, 4. Cramp, 3, 2, and release. We made it. You can cross your legs and just fold, relax over your legs. Now let's roll over the shins, come into puppy pose, walk your hands forward. And now just to make puppy pose a little more interesting, we're going to try to lift the right leg. And then release. Lift your left leg. Release. See how much your shoulders are working. Lift your right leg. Release. Lift your left leg, keeping that point of focus in front of you. Or if you have the forehead down on the mat, that's also okay. One more time on each side. And release. Ripple forward. Come all the way onto your belly. Use your hands as a pillow. And let's reach the arms back. We'll take a deep breath in and out and then lift everything. So inhale. Exhale, engage all your muscles. Inhale, lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the arms and legs. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms reach forward, legs together. 5, 4, 3, 2, And one, release. And let's bend both knees. See if you can catch your ankles. Take a deep breath in and out to prepare. Inhale to lift. And then let's see if we can roll onto the right side. So you might have to bend your legs a little less. Hold for 3. And then come back through center, lift, and then roll on the left side. Come back through center, lift, and release. Hands underneath the forehead. Maybe roll the hips side to side. And let's come all the way into child's pose, hips to the heels. And from here, with the eyes closed, we'll make our way into tabletop, and then all the way down to our backs. And once you arrive, you can bring your knees into the chest, rocking side to side. Maybe finding happy baby. And then let's bring both knees into the chest. Finding a gentle twist, both legs go over to the right. And let's come back through center, bringing both legs to the left. Come back through center one more time. And we'll bring the arms behind the head. If you prefer to have your hands behind your back, that's also fine. And very slowly we'll roll the spine off the mat, bringing the feet towards your hands. And maybe bend the knees, squeezing the head with the knees. And one vertebra at a time, let's make our way back out. As slowly as you can, lower everything down to the mat. Savasana. Relaxing every single muscle in your body, all the muscles in your face. Allowing yourself to have a few moments here with nothing else to do but be still, be present. Trying to create more of these moments in your life where you truly are just fully present in your body, noticing what it feels like to be in this moment entirely, without the thoughts wandering elsewhere. The present moment is the only space where change is possible. So if you can really get good at feeling how you're feeling and getting to know your body, you can also facilitate change much, much easier. Please stay in your Savasana for as long as you have the time for today. As always, it was such a pleasure to share this space with you. I hope that you enjoyed the class, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.